All right, guys, so this is the one that I think we need the most help with. Excuse my dirty dishes. This is the one I think we need the most help with. It's the rewriting the sentences, and it shows up like 4 or 5 times on every test. So rewriting and revising those sentences so that they're most logical. So let's look at some together, and I honestly tell you how I taught it to my students, and it'll probably make a lot of sense once we do it this way. So let's look at the 2006 one first, and let's start with number 9. I should have tore all these pages off. 9. All right, so what happens is that they give students these sentences that all look the same, right? So the kids are getting confused with the sentences that look the same. So this is what I tell my students to do. I have them to mark out lightly what is the same, okay? So for A, we have 4, 4, 4, 4. All right, so and I'm going to do the rest of them. But the reason or the rationale behind this is that once they have deleted everything that is exactly the same in every sentence, then it kind of sticks out to them what is different. Okay. And then they have to focus on the differences instead of focusing on all the extra words, because those words are the same. And kids have a tendency to kind of read over things and they say it correctly in their head. And then they think it's right, and then they end up choosing the wrong thing. So I always end up doing it one word at a time. And as the school year progresses, we start doing phrases, okay? So 4th grade class, 4th grade class, 4th grade class, 4th grade class. And even hike. Even things like the comma, the period, the comma, and the comma. All right. So as a side note, as a teacher, I wouldn't tell my students this. I wouldn't tell them this. But 9 times out of 10, the one that has like a period in the middle is not it. Especially if it's only one that has a period in the middle, because they're going to try to trick you with ones that look almost exactly the same, with the exception of something small. Okay. Okay. So once we get to this and stuff starts to look a little different, this one has A, but there's no A here. Lot is there, but it's up here. So I can put a lot right there. We see it? Are we looking? Good. Of kids, they. Nope. That's not the same. I made a mistake. Look at that. I'm going to start from the bottom. Start from the back. Words 30 sturdy. Words 30 was not here. So right now I have to stop. We'll look at another one in just a second where it's more words that are deleted out. But for now, we'll look at this, okay? So it says, there were a lot of kids, they wore new hiking shoes that were sturdy. Or, a lot of kids wore new hiking shoes and they were sturdy. Or, a lot of kids wore new hiking shoes, period, that were sturdy. Again, here's another one with a period in it, okay? A lot of kids wore sturdy new hiking shoes. All right, so we're looking for one that makes the most sense. Okay, so for the 4th grade class, there were a lot of kids, they wore new hiking shoes. Okay, so we know, and this is something that you need to teach your students again, because it shows up quite often, that if we have the noun, we don't need the pronoun right next to it. That's like saying, my mom, she went to the store. We can just say, my mom went to the store, or we can say, she went to the store, but my mom, not my mom, she. My teacher, he is funny. My teacher is funny, he is funny. Not my teacher, he is funny. Okay, the pan, it is dirty. We don't need the pan, it. We don't need both of them right there. So this one deletes this one out, okay? Again, here's my one. A lot of kids wore new hiking shoes and they were sturdy. A period is here. So we need to identify if this is a sentence. or the 4th grade class height. That's not a complete thought. That's wrong, which is going to be the same thing down here, that were sturdy. They'll do this a lot, okay? They'll put this at the end or at the beginning a lot, those little phrases. Kids blow right through those periods, okay? They blow through them. So you have to tell them to stop at the period and identify if that is a sentence before it and a sentence after it, okay? So that one is incorrect. All right, so here we go. For the 4th grade class hike, a lot of kids wore sturdy, new hiking shoes. That is going to be our answer. All right, so let me look at another one that makes a lot, that'll kind of stick out, hopefully. What test is this? 2016. Let's look at number 9. Oh, that was number 9. 2016. Let's look at number 15. And hopefully this one kind of sticks out to you. And I can. All right. There we go. Again, another sentence. A lot of them look alike. Okay. So here we go again. One word at a time. All the attention prompted, not prompted, because this one says prompting. So let's check it. All the attention prompting or prompted. Most of these say prompted. Prompted is probably going to be correct. They're not going to put one in there that sticks out like that. Okay, this one is wrong. Prompting is the wrong word. Let's delete it out. We don't have to worry about this anymore. I'm done with it. All right. So prompted, Blair, to create, and organization, period, comma. We on pause right there. Okay. So we have a period. Let's look at it. All the attention prompted Blair to create an organization. Is that a sentence? All the attention, that's my subject. Prompted, that's my verb. The rest of the sentence is my predicate. Yes. Which he called bears for Haiti. Is this a sentence? No. This word right here makes it not a sentence. Now, if we just had he called, well, not even he called, it would be he called it. So this is not a sentence. This is not a complete thought. So this deletes my answer. Again, the period in the middle is not going to be right. Okay. All right, here we go. So we have this. Then we have to look at this. Called Blair's Bears for Haiti. Called Blair's Bears for Haiti. So is it comma, it was called, or just organization called? Here we go again. All the attention prompted Blair to create an organization. It. What is it? The organization. We don't need the noun and the pronoun right there next to each other. It's always going to be wrong. Always going to be wrong. I can't say it again enough. It's always going to be wrong. An organization, it. It sounds just like the last one that we did. This one is incorrect. All right, so that only leaves us with D. And then I have to tell my students to make sure that we read it, double check it to make sure that it is right. All the attention prompted Blair to create an organization called Blair's Bears for Haiti. All right. Teaching students to do this, guys, is going to be helpful. Let's look at 2017 to see what they have for us over here. Excuse my cough. I have a little drainage issue. I will do that one, but I'll let you do it on in your leisure time. All right, so look at this one. Lady Lit, sentence 8. All right, this one gives us the option. Don't forget this. Sometimes they'll give you the option that says sentence 8 is written correctly in the paper. So it may be right. So let's go back. And if it's wrong, then you got to prove it to me that it's wrong. Lady Liberty was designed in France. She was made out of copper and steel. Lady Liberty was designed in France. She was made out of copper and steel. All right, so we know that this is wrong because Lady Liberty was designed in France. That's a sentence. She, here we go. Lady Liberty, she, in the same sentence, it can't be right. So you need to teach that noun, pronoun, correspondence. That noun, pronoun, correspondence is called an antecedent, but I don't want to put kids on that. So, hey, here we go. Lady Liberty, she That makes it wrong, okay? Here we go. Lady Liberty was designed in France, period. Lady Liberty was designed in France. Lady Liberty was designed in France. Lady was designed in France. We have a period here and a period here. That should automatically tell you which one is right, but let's go through it anyway. Lady Liberty was designed in France. Is that a sentence? Yes. Lady Liberty, subject, was designed, verb, verbial phrase, in France. Okay, same thing goes here. Okay, but we have a period, Because she was made out of copper and steel. Is that a sentence? No. Here we go. We have a conjunction because. Do we start a sentence with because? Not unless it's a complex sentence or what do we call it? Anyway, a complex sentence. So, but in this case, it's not. So this one is wrong. And we never start with and. This is wrong. That one's gonna always show up. Okay, a sentence that started with and. It was like 2 of them in the 2018. So those are easy deletes out. Okay. Let's look at it. Lady Liberty was designed in France and made out of copper and steel. All my information is there. I'm not missing anything. And this is a correct sentence. Again, can express to you. Sometimes, guys, those periods in the middle. All right. Let's look at one more. 13. She was also a birthday present. Okay, pause. I'm sorry. This doesn't give us an option of making no change or having it being correct. So one of these has to be right. She was also a birthday present. She was meant to celebrate America's independence from Great Britain. All right, here we go. She was also a birthday present, a birthday present, a birthday present, a birthday present. She meant, nope, here we go. Period. All right, so we ran across a period here. She was also a birthday present. That's the sentence. Which was meant to celebrate America's independence from Great Britain. No, this is not a sentence. So that one is wrong. All right. Meant to celebrate America's, I have a period here. Let's look at it. She was also a birthday present meant to celebrate. Is that a sentence? No, it's missing a predicate. America's independence from Great Britain, that's not even a sentence. So those are wrong. Again, I cannot stress if it's a period in the middle. All right, so here we go. Let's look at these two. America's independence from Great Britain, So, are these two the same? No. This one has she was in it. She was also a birthday present. She was meant to celebrate America's independence from Great Britain. She was also a birthday present meant to celebrate America's independence from Great Britain. She was. We do not repeat the same thing in the same sentence. That cannot be correct. That's do not repeat. We don't repeat things, okay? So D is going to be our best answer. I know I said that was going to be my last one, but I just can't get enough of these. All right, if you want to stop the video, you can, child. I'm going to just keep on going. All right, 24. And honestly, this will be my last one because... Ready? Yes. This doesn't give me an option to make no change, so I don't even have to go back and read it. Zoe. Taking, took. Okay, let's pause right there. Second word. Is it Zoe taking one or Zoe took one? Which one makes the most sense? Zoe took. And if you're teaching your students to look at the verbs, they should have identified that this sentence, this entire passage is past tense. You should be teaching your students that when they read it the first time, they need to be underlining verbs or circling verbs to let them know what tense the passage is in, because they're going to always test to see if the students know whether to change the verbs from past tense to present tense or from present tense to past tense, it's going to be at least 2 of their questions in their answer choices. So if they don't know that the passage is past tense or that the passage is present tense, even the paragraph, if they don't know that, they're going to get it wrong. Okay? So make sure that they know if the passage is past tense or the passage is present tense. In this case, the passage is past tense, so Zoe took. So Zoe taking and Zoe taking takes these out. So students no longer have to read those. They have to focus on the last 2 because those are the ones that they look at for, those are the ones that have took in it. Okay? This is the benefit. This is the benefit. If they're doing one word at a time, they will notice taking. Most students, if they're reading the whole sentence, they're going to go over with took. They're going to keep going took. Because they're so smart. That's what I tell my students. They're so smart that their brain just automatically gives them the right answer. Whatever. Tell them anything. Just tell them to go one at a time. And then that automatically deletes these 2 already. So now we're focused. Took. One last. Look at the Sandy, mound, period, no period. Before the waves carry her away again, period, good. So it's either going to be a period here or nothing. All right, so let's look at it. Zoe took one last look at the sandy mound. Is that a sentence? Yes. Zoe, subject, took one last look. That's fine. Verb phrase, at the sandy mound, that's my predicate. That's a sentence. Before the waves carry her away. Is that a sentence? No, that is not a complete thought. Now, if I just said the waves carry her away again, that would be great. But I don't have that. I cannot ignore this word. Before the waves carry her away. Again, teachers, there's a period. There's a period. Probably going to be wrong. Okay. So, no. So this is not a sentence. That automatically deletes this one. Okay. Zoe took one last look at the mound before the waves carry her away. Makes perfect sense. Guys, that was 2 in one story for 1 year. And it's like 4 of them in here. And it's like 4 of them in here. Okay. So all together, I mean, 4 more questions right. I mean, who can't beat that? All right. That's the end of that one. That one was long. Sorry. All right. Bye.